Hello everybody, this is Jeet from mathsg.in, and right now we are going to discuss the basics of fractions. So what exactly are fractions? How do we write it? What are its different parts? And what are the different types? So to start with, fraction is something, in short I can write this, the full spelling is FRACTION. So when we are pronouncing it, we are pronouncing it as fraction. So what exactly in mathematics fraction is? So simply fraction is a part of a whole. Simply we will be writing it is a part, it's not a, the part of whole. So whole cake, this is whole. If I take this much of the cake, then this is a fraction of the cake or part of the cake. So what I can do is that I can draw a cake and cut it into two parts. This is half of the cake, this is half of the cake. Now if I take only one part of the whole cake, let's say this, so this is a fraction. So if we cut this cake in the middle into two equal parts, then there will be two fractions, half and half. If we are separating the two fractions, these will lie like this. This is half of the cake, that is half of the cake. And if we join them, again we will get back the whole cake. So what does it mean mathematically? Now half plus half will again come back as 1, which is we say full or otherwise whole. Whole of the cake or full cake. So going back, numbers basically we can say the numbers are of two types. One, certain are whole numbers, whether positive or negative, and the others are fractions. Examples of whole numbers: 1, 15, minus 3. Examples of fraction: 1 by 2, 3 by 9. 8 by 4 is also a fraction, but which will come up as a whole number. We will see it later. Now, when we write a fraction, let's say 3 by 8, the whole thing is a fraction, but different parts of it are, this is the upper part is called numerator. Numerator, the part at the below the line, this is the line, below that is known as denominator. That is denominator. Numerator, denominator, this is n, nator. Numerator, denominator. So in mathematically we can write n and d. We can write it as n and d. So whenever we are talking of a fraction, it consists of the numerator and the denominator. Now depending on whether numerator is greater than denominator, numerator is lesser than denominator, or numerator is equal to the denominator, we have got three different types of fractions. So what are the things? Now types of fractions. So the first type, if the numerator is greater than denominator, let's say 8 by 4. In the second case, the numerator is lesser than denominator 4 by 8. In the third case, the numerator is equal to the denominator 4 by 4. So, in the first case 8 by 4, where the numerator is greater than denominator, we call them improper fractions. When the numerator is lesser than denominator, we call them proper fractions. When numerator is equal to denominator, we call them whole numbers. It is no more a fraction. 4 by 4 becomes 1, which is a whole number. So, whenever there is numerator is equal to denominator, it is no more a fraction. ये fraction है क्या? नहीं. So, fraction कौन से cases में आएगा? Now, only when either the numerator is greater than denominator or numerator is lesser than denominator. And whenever we talk about fraction, we mean this, the proper fraction where the numerator is lesser than the denominator. For example, numerator 4 is lesser than denominator 4, 8. Another example of a proper fraction, 2 by 3. Another example, minus 1 by 2. Another example, 3 by 9. And what are the examples of improper fraction? So, let us do it. So, we were writing proper fractions and improper fractions. So, as we discussed, who are the proper fractions? Now, where numerator is lesser than the denominator, they are the proper fractions. Who are improper fractions? Now, where numerator is greater than the denominator, they are the improper fractions. Example, just we wrote 2 by 3, minus 1 by 2, 8 by 9 also is a proper fraction. Talk of improper fraction, just same thing we can say 3 by 2, numerator is greater than the denominator. So, 3 by 2 is an improper fraction. Minus 2 by 1, numerator is greater than the denominator, is an improper fraction. 9 by 8, numerator 9 is greater than the denominator 8. So, again it is an improper fraction. Then another type of fraction exists where we say mixed fraction. What is mixed fraction? Now, it is a mixture of something. If we are having the whole number plus some fraction, then we call it as a mixed fraction. For example, let us say 1 whole 1 by 2. So, there is a whole of the cake plus there is half of the cake. There is whole of the cake plus there is half of the cake. Whole means 1 full and half of the cake is 1 by 2 is this. So, here in this case 1, we will read it as 1 whole 1 by 2. The fraction will be read as 1 whole 1 by 2. This is a mixed fraction because it is a mixture of whole number plus fraction. Similarly, another example of, let us say, mixed fraction. I am overwriting over here 3 whole 3 by but 2 by 3. Here again let me say 3 whole 2 by 3. Here again, what is the whole number part? 3. What is the numerator part? 2. What is the denominator part? 3. Is the fraction part proper? Yes, because the denominator is lesser than, numerator is lesser than denominator. Plus with this proper fraction, we have got a whole number. They are staying together, they are mixed, that is why mixed fraction. Now talk of, suppose we are having a fraction 1 by 2. If we multiply the numerator 1 with some number, let us say 2, and we multiply the denominator 2 with the same number 2, then whatever we get, like 1 into 2 is 2, 2 into 2 is 4. Now this fraction 2 by 4, is it a proper fraction? Yes. Is 1 by 2 is a proper fraction? Yes. Why? Numerator is lesser than denominator. Here also numerator is lesser than the denominator. 2 is lesser than 4. 1 is lesser than 2. So 1 by 2 and 2 by 4 both are proper fractions. That is one way we were discussing. Now let me tell you, because we got these two fractions only by multiplying the numerator and the denominator with same number, these two fractions are same. Same by value. Because if you see, again if I divide this 2 by 2, it will become 1. Again if I divide this 4 by 2, this is become 2. So this will become 1 by 2. Which is the number? This one. So 1 by 2 is nothing but the same as 2 by 4. These fractions are called, what are they called? Equivalent fraction. EQUI, valent, VALENT, equivalent fractions. Equivalent fractions. Once again, equivalent fractions. How do we get them? Now, either by multiplying the numerator and the denominator with the same number, or dividing the numerator by the denominator with the same number. 2, 2. Another example of how to get an equivalent fraction. Let's say 2 by 3 is a number. Which is the numerator? Which is the denominator? Can I multiply the numerator with a number? Yes. Then I will also have to multiply the denominator with the same number. Let's say the number is 4. I am multiplying the numerator with 4 and the denominator with 4 again, the same number. So 2 4s are 8, 3 4s are 12. So what fraction did we get here? 8 by 12. By doing what? By multiplying the numerator as well as the denominator with a same number 4. So what was the original fraction? This one. Are they both the same? Yes. And what are they called? EQUI, valent, VALENT, equivalent fractions. In that case, can I get back the original fraction from the resultant fraction? Resultant fraction, original fraction? Yes. I will have to divide the numerator and the denominator by the same number with which I have multiplied. So 8 divided by 4, 12 divided by 4. 8 divided by 4 is nothing but 2. 12 divided by 4 is nothing but 3. So again I got the original fraction 2 by 3. Another example, a quicker one, more than one also. Let's say 1 by 2. Okay, if I multiply the numerator 1 with 2, it will become 2. If I multiply the denominator with the same value 2, it will become 4. So 1 by 2 equal to 2 by 4? Yes. Again let's try multiplying with 3. Okay, so let's try multiplying with 3. So 1 multiplied by 3 is 3. 2 multiplied by 3 is 6. Is 3 by 6 equal to 1 by 2? Yes. Is 3 by 6 also equal to 2 by 4? Yes. Let us go to the reverse way. 3 by 6 is there. If I divide 3 by 3 and again if I divide 6 by 3, what will we get? So 3 divided by 3, 1. 6 divided by 3, 2. Is it the original fraction? No, yes. So, in case of equivalent fraction, what is the logic? Now, either you multiply or you divide the numerator as well as the denominator with the same value. If you are multiplying the numerator 1 with 2, then you should multiply the denominator 2, the same 2, to get an equivalent fraction. Similarly, if you are dividing the numerator with a number 2, then you must divide the denominator with the same number 2 to get an equivalent fraction. Now talking of as we discussed, if I write 8 by 8, how much it is? 1. Because simple, it is division. What it is? Now division. You divide 8 by 8. 8 ones are 8. Remainder is 0. So what is the result? 1. Clear. So if the numerator is equal to the denominator, then numerator by denominator, the fraction is equal to 1, nothing else. Always, always, for every number. Minus 5 divided by minus 5 is also equal to 1. 2000 by 2000 is also equal to 1. This is the case. If the numerator is equal to the denominator, then the value of the fraction is nothing but 1. Then let us talk of, suppose we are having a number 8 by 4. We were discussing here, this is the numerator, this is the denominator. The numerator is greater than the denominator. So, is it a proper fraction? No, it is an improper fraction. Let me write the full word. Till now I have not written. Improper. Improper, which is the antonym of proper. Proper fraction where the numerator is lesser than the denominator. Coming back. So, we were talking about the fraction 8 by 4. What type of fraction it is? Improper fraction. So, simple, you do a division, 8 divided by 4. So, 4 2's are 8, which is equal to. So, what is the result of this 8 by 4 value? Is nothing but 2. What here we are seeing is that whenever there is an improper fraction, you cannot leave it like that. You will have to convert it to a mixed fraction or a proper fraction. Here 8 by 4 immediately became a proper fraction or a whole number, or you can say a whole number. Here it became an whole number. But let us talk of another case, another improper fraction. We are talking of another improper fraction. Let us say 9 by 2. So, simple thing, divide 9 by 2. 2 4's are 8, 1 is the remainder. So, 9 by 2 can be written as, this is the numerator, this is the denominator, this is the circle. So, 4 whole 1 by 2. How do you get back the number if you multiply like this? 4 into 2 plus 1, that is equal to 4 2 is 8 plus 1, that is equal to 9, and denominator will stay as it is. So, this is how we convert one improper fraction to a mixed fraction. Similarly, if there is a mixed fraction, this can be converted to one improper fraction this way. Here there is a multiplication and here there is an addition. So, you can just write 3 into 9 plus 2 whole divided by the denominator same as it is, stays as it is, 9. So, 9 3s are 27 plus 2, 29 by 9. To cross verify this, what we can do is that 29 by 9. So, divide 29 by 9. Okay. So, in that case 9 3s are 27. How much left? Not 2. Similarly, go this way. 3 whole 2 by 9. By mistake I put it. So, let me write it once again. 3 whole 2 by 9. This is the mixed fraction. So, how would you be getting the improper fraction? Here there is a multiplication, here there is an addition. Rather you can say like this, means it is reaching the numerator. So, 3 whole 2 by 9, go like this. Here there is a multiplication, here there is an addition. So, what does it become? 3 into 9 plus 2 divided by the denominator stays as it is. So, that is equal to 3 9s are 27 plus 2, just right now I told you. So, 29 by 9 is the improper fraction which can be converted into the mixed fraction or vice versa. So, thanking you all for now. We discussed about what is a fraction, what are the types of fraction, again there is another type of fraction there, then equivalent fractions, then converting improper fraction to mixed and mixed to improper. Thanking you all. See you with another video. This is Jeet from mathsg.in. Maths Genius. Who is the Maths Genius? You are. With proper technique, concept and practice, you become the genius. Thank you.